Welcome to file handling. So let us see why we need to use files in Python. Why file handling? Why should we use a database? Why should we use a file? Now, when you run a program, say for example, I've written a program that will calculate the total marks, input 5 subject marks of a student and calculate the total and average. Now, suppose I'm doing this for 10 students and print the total and average or grade, whatever I calculate. Now, once I stop the program, what happens to all the data of the 10 students? The 5 subject marks of those 10 students, the total, the average, everything is not stored. So if I need to refer it, you cannot see that anywhere. Again, I need to type all the marks and find the total and average. So, in order to store all this data, we actually use a database. But to use a database is not easy. You need to know SQL language so that you should create a tables. There should be a proper structure. You need to know MySQL to operate MySQL, right? So, to avoid all this, for simple data transfer, if you want to store data and retrieve data in a very simple way from any language, whether it is Python or C, C++, whatever it is, you can use text files or any other kind of files which can store the data. So whenever you want, you can get the data back from those files. So we are going to learn how to store data in files like text files and binary files. So files can be used to store data and retrieve them from Python whenever you want. And to use a database, we need to know SQL. In case you need not do that, you can use simple files to store the data and get it back. Okay. Now, the two kinds of files which we majorly use are text files and binary files. A text file consists of human readable characters. You can open any text editor. There are a lot of text editors that are freely available in the operating system. You can use that. You need not have any other app. But a binary file is not readable. So if you try to open a binary file in a notepad, you cannot be able to see that because it is not readable. It is stored in the form of bytes. Okay. This consists of ASCII characters, whereas this consists of bytes. And the second point, a text file contains only the textual information. So it contains only alphabets, numbers and other symbols that are typed in the keyboard. But a binary file can store even contents like pictures, audio, video, your photos, whatever you want, you can store it in the form of a binary file. Text files do not get corrupt often because they simply consist of alphabets and numbers. But binary file consists of bytes. So even if you erase a single character in that, the data will get corrupted. Okay. And what are CSV files? CSV file is also a type of a text file. It is actually a text file. Only thing is, a text file just consists of raw information, whereas a CSV file consists of records, that is rows and columns, which are typed in a text file. I'll show you a simple example. Comma separated values, right? The values are separated using commas in the same text file format. And one record is stored in each line. Suppose you want to store the same example which I told you, student roll number, name, 5 subject marks, total, average. One line will contain the information of one student and every information like roll number, subject 1, subject 2, everything will be separated by commas. That's why you call them as comma separated values. And another advantage is a CSV file can be opened in a tabular form with the help of a spreadsheet or a database. So you can easily convert the data from CSV file and open that in some other spreadsheet or database. Okay. So I will show you how a text file actually looks like. See, this is an example of a text file where I simply typed some ASCII code, some information, normal ASCII characters that are readable. So this is an example of a text file. But how does a CSV file look like? This is how a CSV file looks like. So this is the heading row, roll number, comma name, comma total. Here I have given the data of 3 students. So it's easily understandable. The first column contains roll number, comma, then name, comma, total. So this is how a CSV file is stored. So in the upcoming videos, we are going to learn how to store data in a text file or a binary file or a CSV file, how to write data, how to read data and all that.